The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was just a few days ago, and in all of the chaos, we might have missed a few things. So, for the last time in the 2025 F1 season, let's run it back because it's recap time. By the way, if my voice sounds a little crusty, I'm sick. The end of the Formula One 2025 season has really taken its toll on me, and I'm sorry, but let's get through this. Anyway, as this was the last race of the season, we had some goodbyes to get in order. And because Yuki lost his seat in the Red Bull musical chairs, we had to say goodbye to him and farewell. But fear not, because this isn't goodbye, it's see you later for Yuki, as he will be a reserve driver for the Red Bull seat. And just to keep you busy on the road, they had some Yuki content for you, so enjoy. We also had to say goodbye to Sauber, as this was their last race in green before turning into the Audi F1 team next year. And quite possibly the saddest of all is that we had to say goodbye to DRS. Jensen probably took this loss the hardest, as he was the first ever driver to press the DRS button, and even though he wasn't the last driver, he did post an Instagram story with the last driver to press the DRS button, who was Kimi Antonelli, along with the song Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls. JB, please don't change. Jensen wasn't the only one having a hard time this weekend, as GP was quite despondent after the race. But fortunately, he had Max to pick him right back up with some words of encouragement, stating that he was not disappointed and that he is still proud of everyone. It was actually very nice. Both our run-up contenders had their families on site to keep their spirits high after the race. Max had both his partner Kaylee and little Penelope to keep a smile on his face, whilst Oscar had his mom and 3 sisters to pull him in for a hug after he got out of the race. And it goes without saying, because he was nearly at every Grand Prix this season, but Mark was there too. Speaking of Mark Webber, he gave a heartwarming interview with Channel 9, stating that he was very proud of Oscar for being a title contender this early into his career. But my favorite part about this interview is towards the end, when Mark said that Oscar is coming a bit below his weight and that he has to take him out for ice cream. Which is just, yeah. On a much happier note, the parting festivities seemed to be a lot of fun, with Lando Norris singing not only We Are the Champions, but also Sweet Caroline, both fantastic song choices in my opinion. I didn't really see too much in terms of other drivers going out, but you guys want to know who took Oscar out? It was Zoo, guys. Zoo took Oscar out. And you know what? I'd actually love to see a hangover night movie of these two going out in the town, because I love them so much and we don't really get to see much of them. Valtteri also had to say goodbye to Mercedes for the second time, and he did so in a Valtteri fashion style by pulling this phenomenal pose in the last team photo. Cadillac, please let Valtteri keep his personality next year. We also had Marcus and Bonner saying goodbye for the 2025 season, and this moment plays over and over again in my head. So, Mercedes admin, thank you for keeping us entertained every time. Carlos also spotted Sparkles the unicorn on his helmet for the last time this season, but don't worry, he said Sparkles might make a return next season. The drivers also got a chance to do Clampot shots, and whilst most of them stood still the entire time, Esteban and Valtteri absolutely slayed the shorts. And last but certainly not least, the best news to come out of this weekend, and most probably the entire F1 Formula 1 season in 2025, was Helmut Marko leaving, which means that people are probably going to start talking about Sebastian Vettel again. Will he actually come back? Who knows? But I'm just excited that I'll have an excuse to actually talk about him. Anyway, that's it for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and the 2025 Formula 1 season as a whole. And I do want to say again, congratulations to Lando Norris for winning the World Championship battle. To say it's been a crazy season would be an understatement, and at the risk of sounding sappy, I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been on this journey with me. Believe it or not, this was my first full Formula 1 season. I started watching Australia of 2025, and ever since then, it's been plaguing my every waking moment. It's given me an awesome community that I get to come and talk to about one of the sports that I'm exceptionally and phenomenally passionate about in this world. So I do genuinely want to say thank you. And until next season, it's lights out and on holidays we go. Have yourselves a Merry Christmas and a wonderful Happy New Year.